Hi, I'm Kanisha. Welcome to my channel. I'm here to talk about Sense8 Season 2, Episode 4. I'm confused about what BPO wants with the Sense8s. I had thought before that Whispers was some guy that was in charge and he wanted to use the Sense8s and like puppeteer them and take advantage of them like he did with Niles. But then Jonas told Will that he was afraid that the Sense8s wouldn't be there at the end. Like he was afraid they would go extinct. But I'm trying to figure out, like, what's it? Okay, so we saw Raul got the surgery that Niles got. He had the scar over his head. And then we see Jonas is about to get the same thing. So, what's the point of doing the surgery on the Sense8s to, I guess, stop them from being able to share with other people, stop them from visiting other Sense8s that they find out in the world? What's the point of Sense8s not being able to make or connect other Sense8s, like give birth to other Sense8s? What's the point of all this? If Kroon was right, well, I assume he is right. Kroon was saying that some people in BPO think Sense8s are dangerous. They're like a security threat, which sure. But why, like, what do you do with the Sense8s when they're when they're comatose or when they become a vegetable like Niles? You just stuff them in a facility like what happened to Niles, and then Whispers can jump in and do whatever? Like, what's the point? Why leave them alive? Whispers had Nile, and I think Metzger was the one doing all the surgeries. So, like, what is the point of keeping them alive? Even if there are vegetables. Like, is it just so Whispers can go around the world doing whatever? I don't understand. I can't wait to find out whenever we get the answers. It's just really, the motivation is just, I don't get it, and I want to know what it is. And it just, like, who's in charge of BPO? It feels like it has to be humans, but why would Whispers be helping them? I don't understand, and I really, really, really want to get the answers, like, as soon as possible. Like, I just have all these questions, no answers, just more mystery. It really sucks that Jonas is gonna end up getting the surgery. I don't know that he's gonna be able to escape. I don't know that Will and Nomi can do anything. Will and Nomi aren't in his cluster, so they can't share. They can't get him out of the cuffs like Will did with Nomi in season 1. So kind of looks like this is the end for Jonas, and that really sucks for me because he had such a strong connection to Angelica, and I think everyone in the cluster has their own special connection with Angelica, but Jonas obviously meant a lot to Angelica, I think, and she meant a lot to him. But now it seems like there's going to be a piece of the puzzle that's just going to be, like, ripped off the board and, like, thrown in the trash. if Jonas does get the surgery like Niles, there's no way he's going to be able to help Will or Nomi or explain the dynamics inside BPO. And because Angelica's gone, it's not like Angelica, like, she probably can't give a whole lot of details about why BPO is doing what it's doing, what their goals are, like what's the end game for BPO and what they want to do with the Sense8s. So that kind of, like, I don't know how Will and everyone in the cluster is going to get that information. I mean, I guess Kroom's allies could maybe reach out to them and help, but that feels like such a long shot. I mean, that might be the best option for all of them, to find Kroom's allies in BPO and, I don't know, try to get on board with whatever they're doing. But like, our group is at such a disadvantage because they don't know anything. They barely know how or what Sense8s are. So yeah, this feels really bad. It was looking good with Will outsmarting Whispers and being able to get to Kroom and be one-on-one, but now it's like, it's not even back to square one. It's like they're at like -5 right now, so it just feels way worse. It feels like Kroom and Jonas are gonna be gone. So who's gonna have the information? Who's gonna teach them? Who's gonna help them? Yeah, I feel really bad about this, and I'm just really looking forward to figuring out what is happening inside BPO and what do they want. What do they want to do with the Sense8s? I was trying to figure out how the experiment on the VHS tape fits into all of this. So it looked like Leto found out that Whispers, Dr. Kalovi were doing experiments on Sense8s, and Whispers was able to share Todd's body without them being in the same cluster. And I think Jonas said that only people within their own cluster could share. So maybe that's what Whispers is up to. But that feels like it goes against BPO wanting to contain Sense8s because they're a security threat. So what's the point of Whispers maybe trying to like take over another Sense8's body without having the connection of being in the same cluster? And why would BPO allow it? I mean, I guess it could be that Whispers is doing this on the low and doesn't have any approval from people in BPO, but I feel like I feel like it wouldn't be possible for him to get this far if he didn't have the backing of BPO, like with Niles and having Metzger. It just feels like BPO is okay with whatever Whispers is doing. So I don't get it. I don't know what Whispers is up to. I don't know why he'd want to do these experiments and share with Sense8 outside of his cluster. I don't know what the point is. I don't know what he's trying to accomplish. I don't know. That's what I assumed the VHS tape revelation was. It's just that a Sense8 could share with another Sense8 without being in the same cluster. I think that's what that was. But Whispers is just baffling me. I really want to know why he's doing what he's doing. I don't understand. And is he the only one? Is he the only Sense8 that is doing whatever it is he's doing? Is there a chance that there might be a replacement for Whispers? It kind of seemed like when Will was talking with Kroom in the interrogation room, it kind of seemed like Whispers was trying to convince people higher up that he was necessary for whatever goal BPO was up to. So maybe there's other people like Whispers who are Sense8s and are on BPO's side. So could he be replaced? Is he trying to have like a contingency plan for that? Could he be trying to, like, even as I'm thinking about this sounds insane, but could he be trying to have some kind of immortality plan? Again, as I say it, that sounds totally crazy, but is that a thing he's interested in? Like, he is getting old, so does he just want a new body? I have no idea what's happening, so I'm just throwing stuff out, but I don't know. I truly have no idea what's happening, and like I've said before, I can't wait to figure it out, or at least for the show to tell me. I can't wait for the show to tell me what is happening, why it's happening, why is Whispers doing all of this, who's going to teach the Sense8s, who's going to protect our Sense8s. I don't know. So many questions, there's just so many things I want to learn. So can't wait to see more. I want to get more information on why Angelica went to Chicago and it looks like joined Whispers and was helping him with the experiments or whatever it is. I really want to know why she did that, and I'm afraid that because Jonas maybe looks like he's done for, I'm afraid we're not going to be able to figure out, or the show's not going to be able to tell us why. I mean, I guess there's still a chance that someone in her cluster could, like, connect to her or see into her memories or something and be able to get answers that way. Or maybe there's some other VHS tapes or audio tapes or something. Maybe there's some evidence hidden somewhere that they could get to, like how Lito was able to find Raul's tape. So maybe there's a chance Angelica could say what's up, what's going on. I would love her to, because I feel like Angelica's got the most information about what is happening. Will and Nomi and none of them are gonna be able to get anything direct out of Whispers, I suspect. And I don't think any of them really want to get too close to Whispers. Maybe. I mean, he's still a threat to them and their lives, so that seems unlikely. But Angelica I feel like Angelica is like a treasure trove of answers to what's happened in the past, what might happen in the future, like why BPO is doing what it's doing, why Whispers is doing what he's doing. I just feel like she has all the information, and she was helping Whispers do the experiments. Like, she should know everything, but I don't know how this like connection works with her and her kids. I feel like I'm always going to refer back to the scene with Angelica and Son thought she was talking to her mom, but it was Angelica. Like, that felt like a conversation. It didn't feel like a memory to me. Maybe it was, but that's not how I interpret it. So there's just these moments where Angelica can speak to them and watch them. So when is she gonna like spill her guts about why her kids are in danger and why they need to be protected? Like, when is... I guess that would make the show boring if it just, in one episode, in like, I don't know, the beginning of a season, maybe when I would, oh God, I would love that. But maybe that's not boring, and maybe that's just standard TV operation. I don't know. But God, I wish so badly Angelica would just tell everything. I do wonder if Raul's alive. Like I mentioned before, like why would BPO like spend money to get surgery done to incapacitate the Sense8s and then just leave them alive? Like, what was the point? So like, could Raul be alive in a facility somewhere, just living as a vegetable? I think Jonas mentioned that his cluster, like he's the last of his cluster. Does that mean they are living or that they are actually dead? Or do Sense8 see what happened to Niles and Raul as death? Is that like, I don't know, a new kind of death for Sense8s? I don't know. If Raul is alive, that would be very interesting and baffling for BPO. Or maybe BPO is keeping people like Niles and Raul alive for evidence, like as a threat. I don't know if it's a threat to other Sense8s or just like evidence for this segment of the scientific community. I don't know. I've no idea what the point of the surgery and keeping them alive is. So I would I want to say I hope Raul's alive, but that also feels like a miserable existence for people who are Sense8. So I don't want the guy to like be tortured all the time. So man, I don't know. I hope he's at peace, whatever is happening to him. I'm kind of getting sick of Colin Wolfgang and their tiptoeing around each other. Mostly because of the connection that couple has to Colin Rajan. Because y'all know, if you watch my videos, I don't care about Colin Rajan. I don't like them as a couple. I don't like that she married him. in this episode, like they're in the bathroom, Colin and Wolfgang are talking, and she's like, maybe I'm actually a bad girl or whatever. It's just annoying. And it's annoying because Colin and Wolfgang are my ship and they're not together, and the reason they're not together is stupid, so I don't like any of it. Well, I think Wolfgang's being stupid about, like, I'm a monster, you can't be with me. But he's not a monster. Like, I said this, a couple videos ago. But it didn't make sense that Wolfgang didn't want to be with Kala because he believed that he was a monster when he went into his uncle's mansion and shot up the place and killed everyone. But then when he gets the opportunity to be like this kingpin and like take over his uncle's territory, he refused. And now that he's maybe making some kind of deal with the owner of the club, I don't know that he's actually going to be doing any kind of like illegal, gang shit. Like, it didn't seem like he's interested in that. So why tell Colin no, and you're not gonna be like this kingpin in Germany? So I feel like you gotta pick one. If you don't want to be with Kala because you're a monster, then be a monster. But he's not. He's just a guy that I just feel like he's just a guy, and he's, I don't know, maybe in his head. And I feel kind of the same with Kala. Like, I don't know why she married Rajan. I absolutely have no clue. She doesn't like him. She didn't like him from the beginning. It seemed like all throughout the process of their engagement and wedding, she wasn't happy. She's still not happy. I'm just sick of this. So I just like them both to wisen up and be together and kind of quit it with all this BS. It feels like BS to me that they're not together. So I don't know. I think they should be together, and the reasons that they're not together are stupid. I'm not sure how I feel about Nomi telling Bug about the sensorium and the new species of human. I feel like I don't know that he can keep a secret, but I feel like he's trustworthy. And I don't know if those two things are equal or just similar, but I get the impression that Bug is gonna have a hard time not like telling people about this, about a new kind of human, or there might be more people that he walks around and sees, and he might start to think, what if they're a Sense8 too, like my buddy Nomi? Like, I'm worried. I'm worried about what that's gonna lead to. I do feel like he can be trusted. And I feel like Nomi can rely on him for all this, like, secret government, I don't know, hacking stuff. But yeah, now that he knows what's going on, hopefully everything will be fine. I wonder if Sun is going to be able to join up with someone else in her cluster. It feels impossible that she'll be able to leave South Korea, so maybe that's not gonna work out for her. Yeah, feels like she doesn't have a lot of options. And I feel like now that she's escaped from prison, how could she possibly clear her name? Like, is there any way that she could get her brother to confess? Or is she just gonna, like, find him and beat his ass? So, what is there to do? Her dad was going to confess. Did her dad have, like, some documents that needed to be presented to the court? Like, I don't know what's gonna happen now. She's on the run, and alone. Like, is going after her brother the, like, only thing she can do? She can't leave the country. She's a fugitive, I guess, is technically what she is now. So I guess she's gonna find her brother. And kick his ass? But then what? Like, is there... I just don't know if there's any way like, are there any circumstances in which he would confess and try to clear his sister's name? That doesn't feel like a winning solution. So I have no idea what happens now, and I don't know what she can do. But it all looks bad. It all looks like she's not gonna be able to erase this from her life, from her, I don't know, from her records. Like, she's always gonna have it on her record that she went to prison and what she went to prison for, and it was very public. Like, there was a news conference and all that kind of stuff. Like, the reporters are asking questions. Like, it's all very public, and she confessed in public. So I kind of feels like it's a wrap for her. I don't know how she's gonna be able to live as a fugitive, being on the run. I mean, she has people in her cluster to, like, help her, but I have no idea what's gonna happen with her. Well, the one thing that I know that I want her to kick her brother's ass. Maybe, maybe she can get him to, like, back off with the assassination attempts. But, like, I don't know what's gonna happen with her. And I want it all to work out because she never deserved all this in the first place. So I don't know. Like, I'm rooting for her. I hope it'll all work out. And I hope she'll be able to clear her name somehow. Could she get the help of the guy she just beat up this episode? Like, the detective? Was he detective or... he looked like a detective. So maybe would he be even willing to listen to her? Like, maybe that's something. Maybe meeting him again will, I don't know, be fruitful. That's a hell of a coincidence, too. The guy she beat up at the martial arts competition is now a cop and maybe can help her with her case. I don't know. But, like, I feel like he shouldn't want to hear her out because she escaped prison. and assaulted her brother in the prison. Like, and there's all this sort of, you know, there was like a public hearing or something, or trial, whatever, and she publicly confessed to the crimes of the investigation. So, well, maybe he's got a soft spot for her, so maybe that's the only kind of way that this can turn around for her. Maybe not the only way, but maybe the best possible path to move forward. So I don't know. Hopefully she can work something out with him, and they can like get her brother arrested for all the crimes he's committed. So maybe that'll work. Maybe that's how it'll go. I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing however that goes, because I really want her to be free. She never should have been in prison in the first place, in my opinion, so I hope she can clear her name. The last thing before I wrap up this video, let me know in the comments, what was your favorite moment this episode? Is there a favorite scene or a specific interaction that happened that you really love this episode? For me, I think it's definitely when Leto, Kala, Riley are in that lab after Riley asks for the drug to be analyzed. I loved when Leto calls Riley's ex sexy and Kala's right there next to him. She rolls her eyes. That was a really funny moment that I enjoyed, and I kind of feel like Kala's reaction to Leto saying that was, of course you'd say something like that. Let me put down this thing before I hit you with it. Like, I just felt like whatever she was holding, if she didn't put it down, she was absolutely gonna like knock him upside the head with it. That's how it felt to me. But yeah, I really like that moment, and then I really like the continuation of that moment between them when Leto changes his mind. So that was a really funny interaction. I really liked their dynamic. And I always love when the Sense8s are together in a room and just like talking and all that stuff. So I always love those moments, and in particular, I really liked that little moment between Leto and Kala. So that was one of my favorite parts of this episode. So was there something like that for you in this episode? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed this video. As thanks for watching, I want to give you this wallpaper art I made. I think we could all use more queer art in our lives. Just click the link in the description to get it now.